The price of a new listing in Edmonton has increased by an average of 17% for a one-bedroom apartment. By comparison, rents in Calgary are up about 12%. And while the number looks scary, the Alberta capital is still well below average.
If you're looking at the average rent right now in Canada being just shy of $2,200, well, then somewhere like Edmonton, for example, when the average rent is about $1,400, you're still doing a lot better than the national average.
The increase comes down to an issue of supply and demand. Edmonton's population has increased by more than 100,000 people in 2 years, and they're looking for a place to live. That has created a vacancy rate of just 2.4%, the lowest in a decade, leaving renters to compete with dozens of other interested parties and fluctuating prices.
When we look at Alberta and the renters market, we're lucky. The taxes are cheap, the prices are low, and that's what we've become accustomed to. Whereas, look at Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal, we kind of steer clear of that simply because the prices are rising, and now we're kind of dealing with that here in Alberta at home, which is quite frustrating.
Another factor, with high interest rates and an equally high cost of living, people aren't transitioning from renting to homeownership as fast as they used to.
Until we start seeing maybe interest rates soften a little bit, we're probably going to still see this high demand for limited supply. And even though we are bringing in a lot of supply into the market, it just shows how much of a crisis we're in right now that prices are still increasing.
Vancouver continues to have the highest rent in the country, where a one-bedroom goes for an average of $2,600 a month. Calgary is 26th, while Edmonton is 32nd. The lowest is Saskatoon, where a one-bedroom goes for close to $1,200 a month. Emily Fitzpatrick, CBC News, Edmonton.